Alright, Ben, apologize for delaying getting this to you. We talked the other day about getting your left knee to move, not just toward the ball, but in this direction a little bit. If you look over here at Sam Snead, watch how his left knee goes inward. Now, I'm not expecting your knee to go that far in. That's just characteristic of his swing. That just demonstrates it in like probably the largest way that you see in really good golf. There might be some other golfers that have a little less of that that look to their movement. Like here, for instance, is a Rory McIlroy. Put him over here. So if I take him back, you can see his knee's going to be going a little bit more in than yours does. So that's kind of a little bit more gentle look to the knee breaking back in and not just toward the ball. So like if I took him again and did this look here, right here, I'm going to put him over here. And if you watch how his legs work, scoot him over here. Come on, go. There you go. So broke toward the ball and a little bit inward. You have to kind of use your imagination. I'm going to stack you up here, right here on this side. Go. That's more in and not as far back. You kind of got to extrapolate a little bit. But so we want, and if you look at his hips, he kind of turns his hips a little bit more on an angle like this. Yours a little bit more level and you're more up. So eventually, incorporating different hip movement and knee movement will allow your shoulders to be a little bit more tilted and also allow you to get your hips to rotate a little bit farther. And the farther back you turn your hips, the deeper the club will tend to come down. So if you look where this comes down, that's in that area. If you look at yours, it's just a little higher. I don't expect you to be as low as his. Mine's, a lot of guys track high. But right about here, if you look coming in, there's a lot of a can throw, and not as much rotation. Just want to get more hip kind of going in both directions. Going back, the way that'll happen is by the knee being free to come this direction, not just that direction. And then on the way through, not that either of us are going to have the kind of hip action that a kid like Rory McIlroy has, but your hips would stay back. The way that you set up your angles of your hips would allow you to have just a little bit more of your fanny back and your torso forward. And when you do that, your right arm can stay bent a little bit longer. If you look at his right arm's bent, if you look at yours, it tends to straighten out sooner. It's hard to see exactly because you got long sleeves on that kind of hide it a little bit more. But even so, you can see that's bent and it's nearly straight right there. So with better pivot action, that won't be the case.